Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am making a video today for my intro to sustainability class that I'm taking. We are to pack a bag or make a kit for an emergency situation. So here I am, I'm making a kit for my toddler, and this is kind of a kit that we always have on hand for emergency, like going out, dinner, anything that would be of an emergency. For my toddler, I kind of keep a little bag packed, and it's like our toddler emergency kit. So my son does have sensory processing disorder, and he is a sensory seeker, and he does have reactive airways, which is kind of like the younger, immature version of asthma. So those are some things. This is like just a little cute little backpack that we keep for him, and I like to keep a lot of keychains attached to him because they do make for toys too, and they're soft and squishy. And then here's like a little chew that he can untie and retie and then chew on even. So we keep those all there, and I'm just gonna go through real quick and show you what we keep on here. So this is a little Ziploc bag. I know it's not the most earth friendly, but I do like that it's clear, and as you can tell, it does get a lot of love, and we do keep it packed. I'm just gonna move this to the side and I'll pack it all in the end. So in here, I do like to keep a water bottle. I know, again, it's not like the most earth friendly, but we do reuse it and refill it. And then if something does happen and it gets something yucky on it, we can recycle it on the go. So I do keep a water bottle in there just in case of situations where they don't have a kid-friendly cup or something of that, or in case we need water, and then we can refill it and all that good stuff. I also keep 2 protein bars, one for mama, one for baby, because low blood sugar does cause a meltdown. The 3 things that are the biggest that will cause a meltdown is tiredness, hunger, and then oversensory, overstimulated. So these are all things that are going to hopefully be able to help with these. So I like to keep these even for if low blood sugar would occur with anybody. I've even used that kind of stuff with my mother-in-law a time or two because she does have diabetes, and it's come in handy for us then. I like to keep this variety of snacks on hand, so a sauce or a pouch or a squeeze, as he likes to call them. Because this is something he can squeeze through, and it's a good the little textile thing. And then I keep soft chewy gummies, and then this is a hard chewy gummy that I keep on hand. I do like to keep these pouches. I do make reusable ones out of pouches, and when he was younger, 6 months to about 2 years old, I did remake these and make homemade one of these often with recyclable, reusable pouches, and I still do that with smoothies and stuff. But I do like to just keep one of these here because, as you can see, they do last a really long time. So I get a pack of them, and they do last a really long time for us in our household because this isn't our primary source of these. It's more of our backup source of these. So I keep that all nice and packed, and I do like to keep it in the plastic bag so I can see what I have in it. And then if I know I need to repack something, I can. I also then if say he were to start something and then he wasn't gonna finish it, or he didn't finish it, I can kind of try to reseal it up and put it in there, and then it's not gonna get the whole bag messy and everything else in there. So this is another little thing I upcycled from my Ipsy makeup cosmetic bag. This one is a really cool kind of sensory thing, and it's got a really cool texture to it. So I was oh, this would be perfect for my son's little bag, and I can put his little toys in here. So this I do like to refresh regularly, so there's stuff in here that's new. And my friend just gave me a whole bunch of stuff, so this is cool because I can pack a whole bunch of new stuff in it right now. So this is a cool little squishy, and this is cool because you can run his fingers in it, and that will help with the hard muscle play that he needs a lot of. And then it does have different textures here, and he can squish it and bite it and squeeze it. So we got that. Then this is what you would call jewelry. It's just an old phone cord. But this, I can just put over his neck if he's having a meltdown, and then he can squish it and pull it and bite on it. And these are very, very helpful. So I keep at least one piece of jewelry in here. And then these are little clickets which are kind of like a Lego. Same kind of thing. I can put this on his bracelet, like on him as a bracelet. But I can also, like, he can unsnap these and snap them back into each other like Legos. So these are really cool. I'm excited to see how he likes those. This is called a nuke, which is really cool, and this is for like oral sensory, so he can chew on it and he can like rub it around, and it's got like a whole bunch of different textures on here, which this is really exciting because I actually have this on his wish list because he's not a super teeth brusher. Like, he does brush his teeth, but it does like overstimulate him. So I have had this on there to try to work with that and help him with that. And then this is like a sensory spoon, which is really cool because it just looks like an ordinary spoon, but on the back there's some like sensation there to help with like sensory. So that's cool. So that's like a little sensory bag, and I kind of try to keep like 4 to 5 things in here and kind of rotate it just depending on what his needs and wants and desires are. So I keep something like that in his bag at all times. Another thing, this is like his little rescue inhaler kit, and I just have like on here, it says rescue inhaler, take as needed for shortness of breath. And I keep this in here because I pack this for like if he were to go with a grandparent, and then like at school and stuff, I just, you know, keep this in here because he also has like a daily inhaler, and then this is his rescue inhaler. So this is called a chamber. So what you do is he puts his face here, and then you put the medicine here, and you squirt it, and then you watch him 6 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he's good to go. And then this is his rescue inhaler. And then, you know, I just always double check to make sure I have enough puffs in here. So right now we have 66 puffs in here, so we're good to go. So we've got enough there. I keep this here to keep it sanitary because it does go in his mouth, and I don't want it all over everything. Again, the same kind of thing, plastic bag. But I want to be able to check it to make sure when I'm like packing his bag that I know I'm packing the right inhaler and that I've got the chamber and the inhaler. So to me, the plastic bag is important. Again, I know that it's not the most recyclable conscious, but I do reuse it, and as you can see, it is definitely well loved. So 2 more things for auditory. These are, I just purchased these little muffs for him. They are squishy, but sometimes when we go to restaurants, the noise is very loud, and even though it doesn't bother him, it definitely does create like him to get a little bit crazy. So if we're in a noisy restaurant, you'll notice he'll start jumping up and down on the booth, or, you know, kind of like they call it stimming, where you absorb all the energy and then you're trying to output it. So this would be something that we could help, hopefully, I haven't tried it yet, to prevent. But sometimes when he's overstimulated, he doesn't like to be touched, or he doesn't like to be like anything, he doesn't like anything on him. So if he's sometimes being overstimulated. So we'll see how these work. I just picked them up from Target at the dollar spot. They're not super noise canceling, but I thought it would be something to see that would, like, how he does with it. They do adjust, and then they are really soft on the inside, so I thought he would be more likely to kind of like let me use those on him. So we'll see how those work out. I also keep glasses. I get these at the Target dollar spot too. They're only $1, but with him being a sensory seeker, these things get destroyed because he'll break them, he'll pop them, he'll rub them across things. So I do usually pick up, you know, a handful of these in the summertime, and I just have a drawer that I keep these. And I always keep one of these on hand because, you know, we live in Florida and it's super bright out, and the sun can definitely cause like a meltdown. So these are good to have if he needs protection from the sun, which he does ask. I need my glasses. So I keep those on hand. And then I also, another like sensory thing, I keep these wipes. I buy a big pack of them. And I keep these wipes on hand because he does not like his hands to be messy. So I do keep these on hand for messy hands. Spills, these are so useful. And definitely I reuse these little like container things. So I'll pop these off and I'll recycle this plastic part. And then this right here, I will actually make like smell boards for him, where I will glue them all to a piece of cardboard, and then inside I'll put like different essential oils and cotton balls, and I'll put like, you know, vanilla extract, and I'll put seasonings in there. So, and then so he can lift it up and smell. So that's something I do too for a sensory, but I do keep those and use them for all kinds of little projects, or I just recycle it. So that's the wipes. And then the last thing, and I kind of change it up, is a book. This is the That's Not My Puppy book, and these are really nice because each page has a different like sensory textile that they can play with. So we have a lot of these books, and I keep a lot of them on hand because of him, and then I can kind of just pack it up. So what I do here, and then I just leave this by the front door, so that at any point in time, if we were to run to dinner, or somebody would call us and say, hey, you want to go to dinner? We're like, yeah, we want to go to dinner, and we can just head over. So we just grab this, and that's why I just always keep this packed on the door, because you never know, and I don't want to have to try to pack something, and then I know we have everything we need. So I just, you know, we keep the book in there. We got this. I like to keep the snacks kind of down deep because they don't get used as much, and they're usually heavy. I like to keep his inhaler and the wipes probably the most accessible. And then these, I don't know how much use we'll get out of those, so we'll try keeping those back there. The sunglasses need to go in there. And then the toys are usually the first thing that we use. And see, that's why I was telling you those keychains on the outside are very useful, because the keychains on the outside he does play with too. So there's the toddler emergency backpack, all packed and ready to go. He can even carry it himself. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.